I'm going to go straight on by asking Hilary to come up and give us our notices of what we're actually doing this week.
No, I've no idea. Most things are on this week because all the schools are back. I've heard some schools have had a fortnight. Is that true? Some people have had 2 weeks off. I don't know. And you'll be back at school for what? A fortnight? And then you're off. The service this evening, John. There'll be a service this evening at 7 o'clock. On Monday, the shop will be open, from 9:30 till 2:30. And then on Tuesday, the shop will be open again from 9:30 to 2:30. Everything in the shop is 50p. If you don't know what the shop is, come and have a word after the service and we can show you what it is. It's down at the bottom end. It's a charity shop and there's everything you could possibly want is in there. And it's 50 pence. So you can't go wrong, can you? You can't go wrong. So, and that's on Tuesday as well, from 9:30 to 2:30. But also Daybreak is open then. So we'll be having a luncheon club after that. We've also got some other people visiting us on that day. So we'll be quite busy at the luncheon club. So we've got another load of people visiting us on that day. On Wednesday, it's the prayer meeting. That's from 10 till 11 in there. Tuesday evening, there's a service at 7:30 here. That's just for an hour. And then Wednesday is the prayer meeting. Thursday, it's Keep Fit. That's for anybody. If you want, you can come and keep fit. It's only half an hour. And then we have tea cakes and biscuits and cakes and stuff after that. So if you've managed to lose any weight, you put it straight back on. It doesn't matter. Then you can come again next week and do it again. And Friday will be Parents and Tots, yes? That's it. So at the moment, that's it. The other main one is immediately after this service, if you're a member here, there will be a church meeting. Obviously, the children don't need to stay for that, but there will be a church meeting. It's quite important. We've got some important things to say, but it won't be long, but please, will you just hang about after the service from 12 o'clock, okay? But we do need to talk to you in the church meeting, okay?
And everybody is welcome.
Everybody,
you can't vote if you're not a member.
Oh no, you can't vote, but you can welcome to come and listen to us drone on if you like. That's absolutely fine. It's a church meeting. It's just if anything we have to vote for, unless you remember, you can't actually put a vote in. That's all. So I think that's me. Yeah, for now. Okay.
And now we're moving on to the Godly Play session. I love this.
Right.
You're going to come and sit there. If children want to come up to the front so they get a better view, you are very welcome. Zach and Lola, do you want to come up here so you can see what's going on?
Oh, where have I put me? You all right there? Oh. Right. Right, what do we do before we start? Can you all remember? We need to close our eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know. Be still. Be. Right. So today as you can see, we have the gold box. Now, we've seen this gold box before a couple of times. Gold. Something precious must be inside it. Something as precious like gold. Perhaps there's a parable inside, because parables are even more valuable than gold. The box is closed. It has a lid. So maybe there is a parable inside, because sometimes, even if we're ready, parables stay closed. They're like that, parables. They're like a story, but with a hidden message. And sometimes we have to go back to them lots of times until they open to us and we can see and understand the hidden message in them. This box, it also looks quite old. Parables are old. They were given to you long ago as a present. This box looks a bit like a present. Perhaps we should just have a look and see what is in there. Green. Maybe a green grassy mountain. All green, green on that side. What about the other side? Because with parables, there is always another side. Still green. Football pitch, maybe. Could you straighten that out for me there? Thank you. Pull it nice and that's it. Perfect. Do you want to pull it at that corner? Thank you. That's nice and straight now. So, I don't know. What do you think it is? Perhaps we should see what else there is. Oh. A frown?
Maybe a path.
No, a smile. What did you say? A path. Maybe it's a path. Maybe it's a path or a road. Maybe it is. There's another one, so maybe they are. Maybe this path leads to this place. It's a far off land that I don't know the name of.
I think it's Bethlehem.
And we have a farmhouse to finish it off. I think we're ready to start our story. There once was someone who said such wonderful things and did such amazing things that people couldn't help it. They followed him. His name was Jesus. As they followed him, they heard him speak about a kingdom. But it wasn't a kingdom that they lived in. It wasn't like any kingdom they had ever heard of. And it wasn't like anything they had ever visited or known. So they just had to ask him. One time when they asked him, he said this: "The kingdom of heaven is like a father." Now I have a father. This father has two sons. An older son and a younger son. One day the younger son said to his father, "Father, would you give me my share of the family money so I can go and explore the world and enjoy myself and live my life to the full now?" Now, even though this made the father sad, he agreed. And he shared the family money between his two sons. There's your money. and there's your money. Now the older son put his money away and he went to work in the fields like he did every day. The younger son set off with his money along the road. You were right, it is a road, it is a path. He travelled with his money to a distant and far off land. He spent his money on wild living. He was greedy and he just wanted to buy everything that he could. He bought foolish things.
Like what?
Things he didn't even need. He bought too much food and too much things. We don't know exactly what, but he spent all his money. Look, there's hardly any left already.
We only have 2 pennies.
2 pennies left, and now he's spent those pennies. He spent it all. There was nothing left. Now,
He's going to return to his father.
he didn't even have any money now to buy any food. He'd no money at all. And then there was a famine in the land, which meant there was hardly any food to be had anyway. He had no choice but to go and find some work. He did find some work, working with the pigs on a pig farm. Let's put our pigs in the pig pen. Oh, they're falling over. Now, working with the pigs is hard and it's hot and it's dirty, and he didn't get paid very much money. He's miserable and hungry. He is so hungry, he wishes he could eat the slops that the pigs eat. He must have been very hungry, mustn't he? But he soon began to realise that perhaps he'd made some wrong choices along the way. He began to think about his father back home and his farm, where even the servants had plenty to eat, and here he was starving. He wanted to go home, but he was very worried. He didn't know if his father would welcome him home. He didn't know if his father would accept him back after all the foolish things that he'd done. But he set off anyway. While the son was still a long way off, his father, who was on the path, saw him. The father was filled with love for his son, and he ran to meet him, and he hugged him, and he kissed him. Now the son wasn't expecting this. He thought his father would be angry with him. He said to his father, "Father, I have sinned against heaven, and I have sinned against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son. But let me come back, and I will be one of your hired servants." Instead of being angry, the father said to the servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him." So he put on his robe. "Bring the fattest calf you can find for us to eat, and we will have a party and celebrate, because my son who was lost is now found. He's home." And they began to celebrate. Now the oldest son, who was out working in the fields, he heard the music and the celebrating, and he asked one of the servants, "What's going on?" And the servant told him, "Your brother is home. Your father has thrown a party because he's back safe and sound." Well, do you know what? The brother, he was angry. He was angry and he was upset, and he refused to go to the party. His father came and begged him to go inside. He said to his father, "I have never left you, I have always worked hard for you and obeyed you, and you've never given me anything nice to celebrate with my friends. But my brother, who left you and wasted your money, comes home, and you give him the fattest cow we have to celebrate." The father said, "My son, you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But don't you see, we had to celebrate and be glad. This brother of yours was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found." I wonder how the son felt when he was in the pig pen, longing for something better. Hard. I think he did find it hard, didn't he? I think he was a bit sad, and I think he realised he'd made some mistakes. I wonder how it felt to make that long journey home, not knowing if his father would accept him and welcome him.
He was nervous.
He would have been very nervous, I think, yeah. Very scared to go home, but he had nowhere else to go, did he? I wonder why the father was looking down the road for his son coming back. I wonder how he felt when he saw the son coming back. And I wonder how the older brother felt working all day in the fields while his brother was away, spending all his money. I wonder what part of the story you like the most. I wonder who the father really is. He showed unconditional love and mercy and grace. He didn't punish his son when he came home. In fact, he was waiting for him. He was longing for him to come back. I wonder if the Father is God. I wonder. There's lots of wondering questions today, so if you have any wondering questions yourself and you want to ask them, you can certainly ask one of the grown-ups after, or you can ask me now.
I have a question.
Go on then.
I don't know why the father didn't punish the younger son for wasting the family money.
Because in this story, do you know how we said that a parable has a hidden meaning? And it's not just the story that we see here. All the people in this story represent something else. And this father is representing Father God. And we are the boy, like this boy. Sometimes we do wrong things. We might spend too much money, or we could do a number of wrong things, which are called sins. So when we, as God's children, sin, God, our Father, will always forgive us. It doesn't matter what we do wrong. You could do anything you can think of wrong. But if you come back to the Father God and you say sorry for the things you've done and you are truly sorry for them, then Father God will forgive you. So that's why. Does that make sense?
Okay, but how does he represent Father God when he is all the way up there?
Because God is everywhere. We can't see God, but God is everywhere.
I have a question. Why can't we see God? Very strange.
It is very strange, yeah. Perhaps we can talk about that one afterwards. Is that all right?
Yeah,
So listen now what we're going to do. We're going to sing our song, and we're going to sing a song about the story that we've told. So you can watch the pictures on the screen and listen to the words and see if you remember what's in here. But do you remember at the end of the story, the father had a party and he had a celebration. And I thought we could have a bit of a celebration while we sing this song. So I thought, what can we do to celebrate? And I thought balloons. So we're going to have balloons. And you can, throughout this song, I want to see how many balloons can be kept up in the air. Okay?
Like keep you
Keep it up, yeah. Yes.
Oh.